Good evening and happy Wednesday. Tiffany Ingram here with eXp Realty back to talk with you this week about all things title. Joining me this evening is Royce West, the second of Miller West Title. Welcome, Royce. Uh,
Thank you,
First
Tiffany.
of all, so let me thank you for taking out the time of your schedule to speak with us this evening. Tell us a little bit about your background and one interesting fact about yourself.
I'm a graduate of Southern University in Baton Rouge. I'm a graduate of Thurgood Marshall Law School. I've been in the title industry for about 5 years now. And I think one of the interesting fun facts about me is that I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Amazing. That's awesome. And you have several offices, right?
Yes, we have offices in Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and El Paso,
Great. So we can serve clients all over the,
all over the state of Texas.
yes, yes, sir. Well, let's jump right into it. We have many buyers and sellers who are oftentimes unaware of all of the moving puzzle pieces required to ensure a real estate transaction in a smooth, that it gets off to a smooth start. We have the client, we have the lender, we have the realtor, inspector, appraiser, and title, and everyone really does play a very significant role in the home buying or selling process. Royce, what is the role of the title company in the sale or purchase of real property?
Well, the role of the title company is to make sure that the clean title is conveyed and all parties are protected, right? We are kind of the intermediary or the go-between and the certifier of the deal, basically. And so, we just want to make sure that if you're representing the buyer, that your buyer is getting a quality product, free and clear. And if it's not, then we'll defend that buyer to make sure that their property is protected.
Understood. So, what should realtors, sellers, and buyers look for when engaging the services of a title company?
Well, they want to look for someone that's competent, that's up to date with the law that's facing title in the state of Texas. They want to make sure that they have someone that's accessible. They want to make sure they want to make sure that they have a partner in the deal. And one of the things that we pride ourselves at here at Miller West Title, that we want to be your title partner, and that makes sure that we're going to have your back and make sure that your deal gets done.
Awesome. Does every title company or should every title company have a title attorney on board?
They should. They should, because legal situations come up all the time in title, and one of the things, some of the value that we're able to add at Miller West is that we are attached to a law firm, and so we can provide legal help in real time.
Awesome. So, what sets Miller West Title apart from other title companies, other than the fact that you're doing this go live webcast with me?
Well, the fact that what we are willing to do is go the extra mile for our clients. We want to be able to add value to the proposition, because if we can help our clients, then that helps us, right? And so we want to make sure that we're in the trenches with the realtors, with the lenders, and we want to make sure that we're up to date on all of the issues and the advancements in title, and we want to be able to add that value to our clients.
Perfect. One of the most important things that I learned early in my career was how the lender and title worked together to get the closing scheduled.
Mhm.
How would you describe the dynamics of the relationship between the title company and the lender?
Well, it's a push-pull relationship. The title company, I believe the title company is responsible for kind of driving the closing. And we have to work closely with the lender to make sure everything balances so we can get to that closing. And so, if all parties are doing what they're supposed to do, it's a beautiful relationship, a coexisting relationship. If parties are not doing what they're supposed to do, then it could be a love-hate relationship. But hopefully, the deals are being done the right way, and everyone is working together to get to that common goal, which is the closing. And so everyone is working together in concert.
Yeah, I know on this side of things, I have found myself, unfortunately, outside of my role, having to kind of be the referee or the go between, which is really, in some instances, shouldn't be shouldn't be the situation, right? So one of the things that I do on my side of the table is I like to ensure that every party that is a party to the transaction, that everybody is copied on all communication, so everyone knows, you know, everyone's in the loop
Right.
essentially, and everybody knows what's going on at every step of the way.
Well,
So yeah.
communication and transparency is important, very important.
Absolutely.
Very.
Absolutely. One of the things I think is important to point out is the costs that are associated with closing. You know, they are different from the down payment. So, what are some of the line items typically included in the closing costs or that closing disclosure? And then, are those fees, firm fees, or are they negotiable?
Well, some are negotiable and some are firm, right? The title premium, which is prescribed by the state of Texas, that's a firm fee. You have your courier fees, which can be negotiable, right? You have your drafting fees, which can be negotiable, and you have your let's see, you have your filing fees, which are not negotiable, right? And so you have some leeway, some flexibility with some of the fees, but other fees are hard fees.
Gotcha. Thank you. So under normal circumstances, buyers and sellers would typically close at a title office or at an agreed upon remote location. What adjustments has your company made to accommodate the new social distancing guidelines, and has that affected the number of transactions you've been able to close on a monthly basis?
Well, thank God we've been able to weather the storm so far. So we really hadn't seen or been affected by the pandemic business wise. However, we have made some adjustments as it concerns how we do business at Miller West. So we've always done mobile notaries, but now we're doing virtual closings. So we can either meet you where you are, or we can transact over the internet.
That's great. That's great. It's always good to be able to be flexible, particularly now that we are in this virtual world.
Right.
So that's very good and duly noted. What other services does Miller West offer in addition to transaction closing assistance? So outside of, what I mean, probate assistance with maybe foreclosures, or just what other services do you offer that are not necessarily the traditional type of transactionary real estate?
Well, we pride ourselves on being able to close the hard deals that most people can't get closed. So, we offer that level of expertise in being able to handle complex deals. We also, like I said, we're attached to a full service law firm. So we're able to pass off legal issues to the firm and have them handle those issues in real time. So, and those are the type of things that we believe are value add. We also are able to work with foreclosures and investors, and sometimes, in some instances, provide foreclosure lists for some of our title partners. And so, just other ways to add value, because if you guys are closing deals and we're your title partner, then we're closing deals. So, and we like that. We like to close deals.
Absolutely. I think we speak the same language.
Right.
So what advice would you give to anyone going through a divorce who might be looking to purchase a home? Should they move forward? Should they wait until the marriage has been dissolved? What would you speak to in that regard?
Well, with Texas being a community property state, I think the smart thing to do is to wait. If you're going through a divorce, wait until your divorce is finalized before you start procuring property. In the event that you can't wait, right, then there should be some type of agreement put in place that distinguishes any properties purchased outside of or prior to the divorce being finalized are basically distinguished as separate property and not community property. And that would have to be signed by both parties and notarized and things of that nature. But the best thing to do is just to wait until your divorce is finalized.
Gotcha. So you've really given us quite a few nuggets today and some very key information regarding the importance of, engaging a title company. I've run across issues where people wanted to kind of do you know, these quick claim deeds, or, you know, they wanted to go and file any type of deed themselves. And because they didn't involve title, they came across issues, you know, after the fact, when maybe they wanted to sell the property. Now you've got someone else that's clouding the chain of title. And, you know, in some instances, people can't move forward because they can't come to an agreement without some sort of financial consideration in order to move forward. Or, you know, they lose or they don't gain as much equity from the property that they could have had they engaged and just paid those title fees, because they end up being out of more money in the long run.
Right, right, right. Yeah, it's, look, better to do it right the first time.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. You know, we've covered a lot. Is there anything else that you would like to leave with our listening audience that we haven't necessarily covered?
Well, other than, you know, stay safe out there, and this is outside of the title realm, but stay safe. Use your common sense, right? And remember, here at Miller West Title, we want to be your title partner.
And where can they find you and contact you?
Well, you can, our website at www.millerwesttitle.com, on Facebook at Miller West Title, or Miller Title West and Associates, or our office number, 214-941-1881. We're located here in Dallas at 320 South R.L. Thornton Freeway, and that's Dallas, Texas, and that is Suite 200.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That's fabulous. So once again, I do appreciate you for your time this evening, and I look forward to working with you in the very near future. Thanks for tuning in, folks. See you next week. Stay safe and use wisdom.